Hello everybody, welcome to the next in our Faith and Christmas videos. You see, we've all got our Christmas jumpers on. Well done everybody. I covered all of them in different ways. So I'm joined by Kim and Harriet and Simon, Team Pollard, faithful members of the church for many a year in all sorts of different capacities, and we're going to explore faith and Christmas. But you only get one bit from each of them. Hello everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so the first question I ask everybody when we do this is what is the good news of Jesus? So, Harriet, you were going to answer that.
Yes. So the good news of Jesus to me is that there is always a plan, and so when life gets tough, there's always God to pray to. There's always God there to listen to you, and everything happens for a reason. And so even if you're in a really dark place, or it's a really hard period of time, or in your life, God is there. He will lead you out of it, and He is always there to sort of spread good news. And that's kind of how I always look at things.
And your faith must have changed. You now live in Durham, miles away, at university. How's that been?
It's been really good fun. So I struggled to go to church in my first year because of COVID, and it was just everything was online, nothing was in person. It was rubbish. And then in my second year, I met my current boyfriend, who's called Charles. He is amazing, and he's also a Christian, and we started going to church together. And when I ended up having surgery in February of this year, that was when we really started going to church, and that was when we really sort of settled in our church and loved it. And so our church has two services. The first service is a bit like this sort of service as in the King's Arms, where it's families, there's babies everywhere, it's great. But then the evening service is mainly just aimed for the students, and it's in this really, really small building. The room fits about 100 people in if they really cram us all in, and it is like a sweatbox. But we have a live band, and the music is phenomenal. And that has been something that I found really sort of restorative of my faith, is that live worship and music. I've always sort of found that through music I've been able to find God easier. And so I went to Soul Survivor with Dad a couple of years ago now. I sort of heard him in the loud and the volume, and then I went to Teze. I've been to Teze twice now, and that's a completely different kettle of fish. It's just quiet and reflective, and in both senses it's been great. Good music.
Oh, lovely. So it's been important to find your flavour of faith.
Yeah.
Things that we try and do here. We're going to do some Teze stuff. New Year's Day, we're going to do a Teze style service here. New Year's Day, be quiet, there'll be incense, and we're going to do a service in January with more music and a bit of a band and a chance to lose yourself, but just not stuff we can do day in, day out. So it's lovely to find a place that you can.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you. And we'll ask you two some other time. What's the good news of church though? You can't do your faith by yourself. Simon, you're answering this, right?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Good news about church is the people, really. It's just been amazing coming here over the last...
Speak up so that we're
on my level.
We're just
recording over the last 20 to 30 years. It's been fantastic. We moved to the village when I met Kim, and we wanted to get married. We weren't really Christians. I'd been brought up in the Catholic faith. Kim, I think, had been baptised, but was never really gone to church. We really wanted to come to a church and get married, and we kind of thought that was going to be it. We just thought, come,
tick a box,
meet a few people,
wear a dress,
have a great wedding.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to wear the dress, but we got a leaflet through the door that said, "Would you like to spend an hour in King's Arms?" I thought, fantastic, there's a new pub opening. But it wasn't, it was the church. And we thought, wow, a new service, something different as well. I'd been brought really traditional and kind of walked away from it because I didn't like it. Didn't feel that was sort of relevant to today's modern society. But the King's Arms was. John played the guitar at the front, and it was lively, it was just different, really sort of felt like it was modern. And so we came, and not only did we come, we started to get involved. 1 week we told, would you take the offering, which would frighten the life out of us both, to maybe a couple of years later, we're at the front doing a sermon together. It you know, it really changed our lives. But the people, you know, we've made lifelong friendships here, and it's that that's really sort of kept us going, really.
Lovely.
You know, we've been in numerous home groups over the years. We've led home groups, and then the big thing we did was to do the children's work, which we did for I think nearly 20 years, on and off. And we've done it all different sort of varieties. We did a gap club in the school. We did stuff in the barn. We did stuff at the front.
When did I go?
Yeah, we led a youth group in our house for a number of years.
So church has been the people, and church for you has been serving, has been getting involved in doing stuff.
Yeah,
and
I find it like it's a good commitment. It's good. We've always prided ourselves on making it a priority. You know, not every Sunday, but making it number one on our list of things to do on a Sunday. You know, if something really special or big in the family comes along that you sort of, it's someone's birthday or it's someone's
if you've
wedding,
got to go,
you've got to go. And you kind of miss church, but not to sort of say, oh well, we'll just do this on a Sunday now.
You don't go when you feel like it.
Yeah, you know, we've made it like really important in our lives, and we think that's God's blessed us in that, definitely. So you know, it's.
Well, I know that we've been blessed here from long before I got here through your coming. Thank you. Kim, we wanted to talk about Christmas. What's the good news about Christmas? How does Christmas look different in a house of Christians?
Well, when we were thinking about these questions, I hate Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, I hate what Christmas has become. I hate the fact that it starts in September, and you know, there's so much pressure on people and families to buy that big gift, to be the best, to have all these things, to have a new sweater every year. All that. I really don't like that. But what I love about Christmas as a Christian is that Jesus is just the start of the story, you know. And what makes me sad is that some people, that's all Jesus ever is for them, is a baby in the manger. But actually, that's like the wrapping of the present.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Christian, as you go deeper and deeper and deeper, the actual real gift is what's coming next at Easter.
Yeah.
And I guess for me, that's my prayer, is that people find that for themselves.
Oh, lovely.
That actually, you know, Jesus is the start of it. Yes, he is the gift at Christmas, but he's just the wrapping. It's like past the parcel, really.
There's more.
Yeah, and as we go through the year together, through all the different religious festivals, you know, we take another layer off and another layer off till we get to the reason for Christmas.
You can't have one without the other.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, it's proper Anglican you are, loving the church year and all that it does for us. Yeah.
I think it's bigger than Christmas, isn't it? And for some people, that's all they ever. And that's great. That some people only ever come in at Christmas. But actually, there's more to it than that. That's not the end of the story. That's just the beginning.
What does Christmas look like at your house?
So,
How do those things interact?
Shall we answer that?
there was one year when the tree only went up, I think maybe Christmas Eve. Again, because Andy's like, Mum, don't go rich.
Boxing Day?
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was.
No,
2 different years.
Yeah.
It was when we were getting the kitchen done.
Anyway, Christmas is a busy time. You know, we're busy at church, there's stuff going on, we're in and out. I guess the Christmas it's about family, isn't it? And for us, Christmas is a little different this year. Mum's not really going to be an integral part of it. She'll be part of it, but not in the way that we're used to. And so as a family, we'll navigate that together and how we make that work. I think it's often a time for reflection, and we look back on those people who are not with us anymore, and at the fun times and the good times.
I think this is going to be a better Christmas this year, because the restrictions have been lifted.
Yeah.
We have not been able to meet and celebrate as much as we could in the last 3 Christmases. And so this one is going to be a bit better.
Yes.
So we're more memorable, I think, even despite your mum not being with us.
Yeah. But something we've always tried to do since becoming Christians is it's not just about Christmas, is it? It's somebody else's birthday.
It's somebody else's birthday.
You know?
Yeah.
And so we acknowledge that as a family. Yeah. So I do like Christmas.
You do like Christmas.
I just don't like the commercialisation of Christmas.
But it does give us lots of chances to wear fabulous jumpers and start conversations with our friends about things.
I bought this for you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It looks better on you. Well, it's been lovely. Thank you for sharing some of your stories. I wish we could ask the rest of you the rest of the questions. Perhaps you could find the Pollards here at church one of these days. It's been lovely to share another of these with you. God bless you all out there. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.